Here's what I'm hearing from these two over here, Brianna and Zoe. If you are against, if you feel that your thesis is going to be against the sale of organ donation, I asked them, I said, do you think you could find 3 articles out of the 5, plus Joanna McKay's article in our book, to use as a source for your argument? And they said, for sure, because they feel, you guys agree, that the first article, the Iran article, and the last one have a lot of good evidence against the sale of organs. Yes? And I think Becca was talking about that last one too, just a little bit, saying how the effects of depression and things like that. And then, it's using one of the other 3, you remember you're going to have to address the counter argument. So you could use one of the other 3 to address the counter argument. That's kind of what I'm thinking is I'm going to have your assignment sheet for you for sure on Monday, okay? So you're going to have a thesis that either supports or does not support this organ sales. And I think we should limit it to the United States. I think so I'll put that in there. And you're going to have a developed thesis, not just, I do not believe that organs should be legally sold in America. We'll make it more detailed than that. You're going to have a thesis, and then you're going to have to come up with information to support your thesis, obviously. Okay, so reasons and evidence to do that. So like I've been saying, I'm thinking 2.5 to 3 pages, you should be able to do this. But for those of you who are going to choose the alternate thesis of you do believe that legalized organ sales should take place in the United States, do you feel that you have enough source information to back up your claim?
I think ours kind of goes both ways. Like, you could use it either or.
What do you think, Megan?
Oh yeah, I think our points could overlap a little bit, like the point of we should use more organs.
Yes.
To go for either one.
I would agree with you, and you could, yeah, I do agree that your points could overlap quite a bit. So you feel like you have enough source material, correct? Did because I don't want to make you go out and search for anything else unless you want to. If you want to, you can. But here's what I would probably suggest, and I'm not saying you have to do it over the weekend. I forget which article it was. I think what about the lady, I don't know, the second one maybe? I don't remember which article. Mentioned where their source for their statistics. I would go in and get current statistics. That organ donor, yeah.
A lot of stuff is like 2016.
Yeah, I would make sure that you go in and get current statistics, and you might even want to go into the same places that they did to find current statistics. But I think that this can be an essay that is well organized and doesn't overwhelm you. Because I think some of what overwhelmed you with the research paper was the fact that you had to go out and find the information. Correct? Some of that was hard for you. So maybe I should have flipped these, but hindsight is 20/20. Here's Emma's note-taking method, by the way. I'll move Emma out of Tasty's way here. I know you can't see it very well. But basically what she did was made an outline for each one of the 5 essays. So you could have done that as well if you so choose. So she made an outline for each one and organized it that way. So that's something you could have. It's long. Look at that.
She's got a lot of time on her hands.
Did you hear that, Emma? You've got a lot of time on your hands, so that's probably why she made it so long. And then I froze it. Sorry. If you want, is this perfect? Is your works cited perfect, Emma?
Yes.
She says our works cited is perfect. So I'm guessing Emma would sell her works cited page to some of you who don't have as much time as she does. You would have to just decide if you would.
I thought that that's what we had to do. I didn't know how long everyone else was making it, so I just was like, whatever, and then I just
She did it fine. And I didn't tell you exactly how to do it. I showed you how I did mine yesterday. I did mine kind of in a grid thing. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. The other thing that I want to show you that is, I do have something small for you to do for Monday. okay? And I want Emma to hear this. I want Reese to hear this. What I have for you for Monday is to come up with a tentative thesis regarding your position on the sale of organs in the United States. Okay, tentative thesis. And I want you to come up with your reasons why or why not. Okay? That's all I want. If you want to take it farther and put your evidence to support your reasons and make a detailed outline, you can. But for Monday, I want you to at least have a skeleton outline. So, you know what I mean by that? Just your thesis, your main points, and if you want to put in some evidence, you can, but I'm not expecting that. I really want to talk about main points with everybody on Monday, and I think we can talk about it together as a group. You guys agree with that? I'm not saying you all have to have the same main point, but we can all learn from each other and maybe get ideas from each other. Tasty?
Is there gonna be a place on Canvas, or just bring it on like?
Just bring it. Just bring it on paper. I'm not gonna put anything in Canvas. I will have for you by Monday your official assignment sheet for this paper. I started on it, but I didn't have it finalized by class time. The other thing that I wanna show you is if you have your textbooks with you, I'll open them up real quickly. It's page 169 and 70, and then it goes on from there. Go ahead and open up. I'll move Emma around here so that I can have her seat back here. So if you open your text, we know that we're in chapter 13, which is arguing a position. Okay, and I'm going to move this so Reese can see. You don't have to copy this all down, Reese. It's in your book, but I just wrote it up there. Chapter 13 is arguing a position, and you've read part of this already. I've assigned this to you. You have annotations for it. But I want to direct your attention up to page 169 and 170. And this is also part of your assignment for Monday, and I would appreciate if you would look through this before you come to class, because I think it'll help you make a more detailed outline when you get here on Monday. So, key features of arguments. It either starts on page 169 or 70. And remember how much information our textbook gives us, and trust us. Because in this section, it refers to Joanna McKay's organ sales article, and it might give you some ideas that help you. So read through the key features of arguments on page 169 and 70. And I have them listed here. Clear position, background info, good reasoning, convincing evidence, appealing to readers' values. You have to have a trustworthy tone. I've actually had in this article, I've used the organ sales essay several times, but they've done it as a summary response. And I've actually had kids kind of have sort of a snarky, condescending tone. And that really bothered me. Okay, so this is not the place to do that. I don't think you would, you're a different group of kids, but it almost seemed like they were talking down about people who were in poverty, so, and people who, and I don't think you will do that. I just wanted to point out that you want to sound like a trustworthy reference on this, okay? You're arguing a position, but you're also sharing information, right? So, and again, and this goes with the tone, you have to carefully consider the other positions. And that's kind of why I showed you articles that support both. Okay, so make sure you read over those chapters. And then going forward, it has some good information in here on 71, 72 about choosing a topic. You don't have to worry about this for this situation. Rhetorical situation, you could look through that as well. Generating ideas in text, we've kind of done that. But what I want you to look at is on either 174 or 75. This is going to help you with your approach. Put a star next to explore the issue strategically. Those bullet points are strong, and this is going to help you organize your essay. Okay, it says that many issues may be argued from many different perspectives. You'll probably have some sense of the different views that exist on your issue, but you should explore multiple perspectives before deciding on your position. This tells you how to explore issues. It might give you guidance also on how to explain them. So look at those 4 bullet points there as well. It's also, the rest of that is pretty good. If you look on 175, top of 175 where it says draft a thesis, okay, this will help you for what's due on Monday. Ben, if you guys, if you had your books open, you would, kind of be showing me that you're interested in what I'm talking about here. Seriously, why did you not have your books open?
I did earlier.
But I'm going through reading to you out of it. It's just kind of respectful to be acting like you're listening and paying attention and learning. All right? Thank you. All right? Draft a thesis. Qualify your thesis. This is what I'm talking about, expanding it just a little bit and knowing how to qualify it and coming up with good reasons. So this is kind of where you're going to be on Monday. But I would love for you to read through the second half of this chapter that I haven't assigned for you and take notes in your book. All right? It talks about identifying other positions, which you're going to have to, that's going to be part of your essay, and refuting them, shutting them down, okay? But here's the important thing. A lot of you guys have struggled with organization, especially in your research papers. Okay, so I want you to look at these sample flow charts on 177 and 178. It shows you how to set it up, and it's going to show you how to structure your outline, okay? So when you get here, what do you guys have to have again for Monday? Okay, just a skeleton, okay? A basic thesis. But do look through that section that I just told you about, drafting a thesis and qualifying your thesis, okay? Make sure you read that over. So your thesis and your reasonings for your position, okay? And be ready to go, okay? I'm probably looking, I don't know when this is gonna be due yet. We're slowing down next week, is that right? I know you're not gonna agree with it, but volleyball's finished. Football will probably, hopefully be continuing. But do you guys feel like you have a little bit of breathing space? Yes? Okay, I'm not saying I'm gonna pick up the speed on everything, but I don't know yet. We'll see how Monday goes. I think we could get through this fairly quickly because you've done the research, okay? So we'll talk about our time period more next week. Emma, do you know when you're gonna be back? I forget, I have it written down somewhere.
Not for a hot minute, November 14th.
Yeah, you're out for a while. Okay, well, I appreciate you joining us every day. I appreciate that a lot, all right?
Awesome.
All right. You have a question quick? Hold on, I'm gonna turn this off. See you, Reese.